If you're gardening in a hot climate where the sun beats down and temperatures soar above 90 degrees Fahrenheit, you already know the struggle. Traditional greens like lettuce, kale, and spinach just can't handle it. They wilt, bolt, and stop producing right when you need them the most. But don't worry, I've got you covered. In this video, I'm going to show you 7 tropical edible leafy greens that actually thrive in full sun and keep producing tender, delicious leaves all summer long. These plants love the heat and will keep your plates filled with fresh greens even in the hottest months. If you're new here, my name is Jara. I'm a lifelong gardener, permaculture designer, and owner of a seed and plant nursery in Orlando, Florida. And this is Teddy. My mission is to help home gardeners grow more food with less stress by sharing the exact plants, techniques, and industry secrets I use in my own garden and nursery. If you'd like to grow along with me, you can find many of the same seeds and plants featured in this video on my website, jarasgarden.com. And of course, I'll link them below in the description. All right, let's get started and talk about the best tropical leafy greens for your hot climate full sun garden. Our first full sun tropical green is Chaya, also called tree spinach or Mexican spinach. Chaya comes from the Yucatan Peninsula of Mexico, where it's been grown for centuries by the Mayans and other indigenous people. In Mayan cuisine, Chaya is used in soups, tamales, or stews. The flavor reminds me of spinach, but with a slightly richer, nuttier taste. It's loaded with vitamins A, C, and K, plus calcium and iron, and some say it even has anti-inflammatory and circulation-supporting properties. Now, one important thing to note, the raw leaves contain natural compounds that release cyanide when eaten. So don't eat Chaya raw. This is actually the case with many foods that we eat, like yuca and potatoes, so please don't let this worry you so much that you're afraid to grow it. Simply boil or saute the leaves for 20 to 30 minutes, and it becomes perfectly safe and absolutely delicious. Next up is one of my absolute favorites, the South Sea salad tree, also known as bele, sunset muskmallow, or sunset hibiscus. It is given its name because it can grow into a huge mini tree or bush 6 to 8 feet tall and is full of edible salad greens. It is native to Southeast Asia and New Queensland, but is grown all over tropical places of the world, especially on Pacific islands like Fiji. Its lush leaves are incredibly nutrient dense, packed with vitamins A and C, calcium, iron, and said to contain 12% protein by weight, which is remarkable for a leafy green. There are several varieties of South Sea salad tree. Some have broad, flat leaves, perfect for wraps, while others feature frilly, serrated edges that make the plant look more like an ornamental shrub than an edible. It's a stunning choice for edible landscaping, especially if you want something HOA friendly that blends right in with your ornamental plants. Unlike Chaya, South Sea salad tree leaves are safe to eat raw. You can enjoy them fresh in salads or cooked in soups and stews where they add a silky, slightly thick texture. The plant also blooms hibiscus-like flowers that range in color from yellow to white or pink, depending on the variety you're growing. And yes, the flowers are edible too. The flavor is mild and pleasant, similar to spinach, with just a touch of a velvety okra texture when cooked. If you garden in a hot, sunny climate, South Sea salad tree is an absolute must grow. And try saying that 3 times. If you're already growing sweet potatoes, you might not realize the leaves are edible too. They are tender and super nutritious, rich in vitamins A, C, and B, plus calcium and iron. In Africa and Asia, sweet potato leaves are used like spinach, sauteed with garlic, onions, and tomatoes, or cooked down into soups and stews. You can even harvest young tips for salads. They have a slightly sweet, earthy taste. And the best part, the more you trim the vines for leaves, the more bushy and productive your sweet potatoes become. Number 4 on my list is Lago spinach, also called Soko, quailgrass, or edible celosia. It's native to West Africa and grows beautifully in full sun, even in poor soil. Lago spinach has these gorgeous green leaves with deep purple centers, which makes it both an ornamental and an edible plant. It's one of the best tasting celosias with tender leaves and a mild spinach-like flavor. It does reseed itself easily, so keep that in mind. I personally don't mind this since it fills up empty spaces in my garden. In Nigerian and Ghanaian cuisine, Lago spinach is cooked into rich stews and soups. It softens quickly and pairs perfectly with tomatoes, garlic, and a little coconut milk. Nutritionally, it's loaded with fiber, iron, and vitamins A and C. This next one, I know I'm not going to pronounce it correctly, but it's called Molokhia, also called Egyptian spinach or jute mallow. This was a favorite vegetable of the pharaohs of Egypt and is still one of the most popular greens across the Middle East and North Africa today. When cooked, Molokhia has a silky texture similar to okra and a flavor that's savory and rich like spinach with a hint of garlic. It's the star ingredient in Molokhia soup, a traditional Egyptian dish made with garlic, coriander, and sometimes chicken or beef. The plants can reach 6 to 8 feet tall and produce tons of seed, so once you grow it, you'll have it for years. If there's one plant every warm climate gardener should grow, it's Moringa, often called the tree of life or the miracle tree. Moringa is one of the most nutrient-dense plants on Earth. The leaves are packed with protein, potassium, calcium, iron, and antioxidants. You can eat them fresh in salads, saute them in soups and stir-fries, or dry and powder them to add into smoothies. I make my own Moringa powder from dried leaves and use it like a natural multivitamin. The flavor is earthy, kind of like green tea or matcha. Beyond food, Moringa is a powerhouse for the garden too. It's drought tolerant, fast growing, and perfect for chop and drop composting. I even make my own organic fertilizer from it to feed my plants. I'll leave a link in the description to my video that shows how to make Moringa fertilizer. It loves full sun and thrives in the heat. Once established, it's nearly impossible to kill. Just give it warmth and occasional water, and it'll reward you endlessly. Our final full sun tropical green is Amaranth, also called callaloo in the Caribbean, or African spinach across Africa and Asia. This plant is incredibly resilient. It grows fast in poor soils and blazing sun, and it's both beautiful and productive. The young leaves are tender, slightly earthy, and rich in iron, calcium, and vitamins A and C. In Jamaican cuisine, callaloo is often sauteed with garlic, onions, and Scotch bonnet peppers, while in Asia, it's used in stir-fries and soups. You can also eat the tender shoots raw in salads. It has a mild spinach flavor, slightly nutty and earthy, perfect for warm weather gardens. And there you have it, 7 tropical leafy greens that thrive in full sun. If you're gardening in a hot climate and you've struggled with lettuce or kale, these plants will change the game for you. Comment below and tell me, have you grown any of these tropical greens yet? Are there any that you would add to this list? Or drop me some recipe ideas, because I'm always looking for more ways to incorporate them into my diet. And you can find seeds or plants for many of the things I mentioned in this video on my website, jarahsgarden.com. If you found this video helpful, please give me a big thumbs up. That helps out my channel more than you know. Subscribe so you don't miss any of my gardening tutorials. And as always, thank you so much for watching, and happy gardening.